Good morning from Mexico City.
I am headed out to get coffee before heading to a beautiful library. The walls here are really thin, and I had a 2-hour chat with my mate, so the lads in the other room are now aware of intimate details of my personal life. There is something about deciphering a library's organizational system that feels a bit like learning a new language. It's like you discover books, even though they're obviously publicly available. I have located one of the pillars of my wheelhouse. Now, pilgrims, where are you hiding? Welcome to the first installment of my fortnightly somewhat captain's log. I'm Talissa, a documentary photographer and filmmaker, a master's student in global political economics, and founder of social enterprise ThePilgrimPrj. I was at the library having a wonderful time. It's a beautiful library. I'm getting work done, and I decided to have a coffee because I needed one. And then it occurred to me that my flight is at 5 minutes past midnight. So even though it is technically on the 16th, it is effectively on the 15th, which is today. Got my ass out of that cafe to this hotel room. I've had a shower, obviously. I'm packing. I had scheduled, already disastrously, 3 meetings on top of each other tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon GMT. So all 3 of these will occur, and I will be in the air. Hasta luego a México. Vámonos a mi corazón, Madrid. It is Wednesday, we're in Madrid. I'm heading to the Friends of the Camino, which is I think in the Centro Gallego de Madrid. But first I'm getting a cup of coffee so that I can survive this day. We're in a really random building in Madrid, and it is not the floor that is the Centro de Galicia, it's just above it. But it's a long table of a ton of lovely old men, and I now have 6 credencials for all the cousins. And once again, it is yet another size, and that is why this wee pilgrim pocket is everything on my very chonko journal.
Normalmente la una, pero como está tan tranquilo.
Good morning. I'm being eaten alive by time differences. We are jet laga.
We are going to the Iglesia de Santiago in the Plaza de Santiago, which is about 5 minutes away from here, and opposite it, more importantly, is a really good coffee.
Then we're going to have coffee, which is the water of life. It's a sports club.
It's going to be a history of something. Do you want to tell them about the stuntmen and the filming we just witnessed in Plaza Mayor?
No, that is up to you.
Okay.
The hooligans is your thing.
Good morning. Forgive the state of me. I have had to sneak out of the hotel room because my mum has had a really rough night, and we are flying to Malaga in about 2 hours. So I'm gonna go get her a coffee. It doesn't get lighter.
Thank you for the morning coffee.
If we want a happy ending, it depends on when we stop the story. This is just an opening chapter to this book. A couple pages. Someone who could travel freely on her own, read a book, and sip a beer alone in a bar at night. Someone who could risk an impossibly complicated conversation with a stranger. I have been down in Malaga for not 24 hours, and I've been landed, facial. I now have a haircut in under an hour, rolling straight into a massage. Then I've got a dentist appointment, then I've got a doctor's appointment, because my boarding school people, you will know. And the fact that I have not been in boarding school in a embarrassingly long time in my life is completely irrelevant. This is a lifelong thing. I have a group meeting with my economics and geopolitics cohort for my masters. We have a group project, everybody's favorite. They do seem lovely people though, so fingers crossed. And then I potentially have a meeting, hopefully a call with one of my really good friends in the States who is looking to join me in Japan. Hello. I don't know. We're not asking those questions, are we? We're talking about Japan. How are the kids? You could pop in anywhere. I just wanted to get an idea of which dates you're looking at and how they overlay. In Japan, there are a ton of pilgrimages. Kumano-Kodo is the only other UNESCO recognized pilgrimage. Kumano-Kodo, like the Camino de Santiago, there are multiple routes. It's an experience, it's fun, but I don't think it's gonna give you anything you are spiritually looking. We are flexible to a very half a millimeter. But yeah, I would adore to have you come along for that. I definitely need this to happen. And lastly, I would like to introduce you, something I picked up in Madrid, to the best tote bag that ever tote bagged. Nearly 6:30. I know I shouldn't do this from bed. I know that's very naughty. I've just finished putting together a Google Doc of the meeting notes from the policy briefing meeting that I had with my master's cohort. And now I'm about to listen to a bunch of feedback. And honestly, I've got dinner with family in less than 2 hours. I am so tired. Hello, happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Happy Sunday. There's so much I want to do. The amount of coursework that I have to do for my masters, I mean, I'm ridiculously behind from the things that I've been doing, the content that I have in mind, the sort of storyboarding I need to do, the pre-production research that I need to do so that I can take advantage of the locations that I'm going to be in to get the shots, get the talking heads, etc. Never mind a bunch of other projects that I have going on kind of in the background. And on top of all of that, look, you can walk pilgrimages without a whole lot of training. Honestly, you can, but it will hurt. And the other thing being that most people are not carrying massive cameras. And I have also seen a new lens that have been released by Sony, which looks so nice. But it's like 1.5 kilos by itself, just the lens, no body. So I also have got to somehow get back into fitting in training. And I'm going to work it out and I'm going to make it work because I have to. But it's just a moment of honesty about the fact that when you, or when I at least, try to take on this much, do not think for a second that I do not have multiple moments like this where I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to get through it. I just know I am, because I'll be so disappointed in myself if I don't. But I don't know how. You'll probably know. This is behind the scenes of what it is to walk too much, try and start a social enterprise when you don't know what you're doing, continue to run my job as a freelance photographer. There are other things. Oh yeah, my masters. I don't even know what I was saying. So yesterday was my father's birthday. He is here. He is here from Lebanon, which is very good because the American government asked all of their people to leave Lebanon a couple of days ago. So we're all sort of biting our nails and sitting on our hands and waiting for a strike, whether that comes from Israel, whether that comes from Syria, whether it is insurance for the US to strike Iran, who knows? But I'm glad that Dad is here, because when they do strike Beirut, whoever does, the entire country basically goes on lockdown and you can't get out. I would like to interrupt this programming to introduce my new pen. My mother purchased this for me in Singapore. I have a ruler to prove that it is exactly 8.5 centimeters long until you wish to use it. That is so satisfying. I'm gonna get back in my cave now.
You're losing time.
Yeah. So the master's lecture, group project assessment, then there's the essay assessment. The paper I'm writing is on the political economy of international migration. It is also 10 lectures that I also need to back up and catch up on at some point in my spare time.
I will get lost as well, Tally, because this is not obvious.
I know.
No.
Yes.
Shame.
Right, and there it is, the first instalment. I am immensely grateful to you for sitting through what is undoubtedly rubbish. You'll be delighted to know it can only improve. Next time we are headed back to London. There's volunteering, conferences and football. Hope to see you in 2 weeks.